Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. About a video title, you know what this video is about. Another day, another OTA for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They was out there, training, getting the work in. And on the title, I believe I put the Steelers pass rush will be lethal. Just watching how they getting the chemistry and building the chemistry up. We're seeing from the different clips, people posting all the internet, from Twitters to YouTubes, all through training camp and stuff like that, and seeing the confidence they have and the trust they have for each other and the unselfishness as well. That's a big key too as well. This pass rush is going to be very dangerous. It's going to be very lethal. I think they're going to be back to stardom. Last year, our pass rush was pretty good like that, but the injuries and stuff that happened to the team and stuff like that. TJ Watt missing most of the season. DeMarvin Leal got injured and stuff like that. But I think now this year, adding the depth pieces we added, I think it's going to be very good to see our pass rush go out there and just feast on different teams' offensive line and their quarterbacks, and just get back to that old Steelers style. Getting to the quarterback and running the football. But Marcus Golden is going to wear number 54. He was signed last week. I was never too familiar with Marcus Golden. I seen him. You see like a player like here and there like that. You're like, oh, okay, that name sounds familiar like that. Seeing him here and there, but I never really was locked in on his career or trajectory. I know he was on the Cardinals. I remember him on the Cardinals. I did not remember him on the Giants at all. But on the Cardinals, I remember him. I'm like, okay, he was a pretty solid guy. But I never knew he had double-digit sack seasons as well like that. I thought he was just a solid guy. I think who can go out there and get you 5 to 6 sacks like that. But he had double-digit sack seasons. He had 3 of them. His last one was in 2021, and he has I think in 9 years he has 47 career sacks. So that's pretty good. And they also interviewed him earlier today, and they was asking him, is it going to be the same situation, kind of like when Melvin Ingram was here? Remember, Melvin Ingram was here, and, he wanted a bigger role and stuff like that. But, the Steelers wanted to play their young guy in Alex Highsmith, which was rightfully so, because Alex Highsmith emerged as being big time later that year. And this year, past year, he was big time as well. But Melvin Ingram wanted them to play him more and wanted more reps and more stuff like that. And, the catchphrase that Mike Tomlin used all the time: we want volunteers, not hostages. So when he asked for his trade, they traded him away like that. And I think Marcus Golden is a better fit because, first of all, he said he grew up a Steeler fan. He said a big-time Steeler fan, been watching the Steelers from afar. He said kind of like secretly rooting from afar a little bit. He was in the NFC, so he can root a little bit more because he knows it's not the AFC as long as they don't match up against each other like that. But he said he wanted to get drafted. He wanted to get drafted by the Steelers, but then he ended up getting drafted. I believe he got drafted by the Giants at first like that. Drafted by the Giants, so he wanted to get drafted by the Steelers, so he got drafted by the Giants. So now he's on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're gonna see how things kind of shape out for him. I think he's gonna be nice like that. He said he's not worried about the reps and all the stuff like that. He has a very unselfish mentality, and I feel like him being like a piece added in, man. You have TJ Watt, you have Alex Highsmith, you have Golden, and you have Herbig like that. Being those 4 guys coming in like that and mixing it up a little bit, it can make it tough for some offensive linemen. And I think he's gonna have a big key factor and big key role too in the defense like that. So it's gonna be very good to see. Another thing that was cool to see is the cornerback room. Corey Trice, he's about 6'3", 205 pounds, 206 pounds like that. They seen Patrick Peterson last week was working with him and showing him different techniques. And his footwork is still improving a lot like that. Get his footwork down, but he has a nice frame, has nice speed as well like that, and have nice arm length, and he's tall too. He's 6'3". I thought he was 6'4" at first like that, but he's 6'3" like that, but he's 206 pounds like that. He can go out there and he can guard those tight ends. He can guard the slot receivers maybe too, because the Steelers said they feel like he's versatile enough to switch from different positions. They're working on the outside right now, but they said they're gonna try to mix him in on the inside, because if he's that size and that ability, he can be a guy who can come up and mismatches that usually a tight end have. You have a guy down there about the same size of a tight end, of course, like height wise and stuff, and able to put the physicality on the tight end as well, and not just getting with the slot receivers getting thrown around or the linebackers getting outran and stuff like that. So it should be very interesting to see how they run those schemes. But the team is looking very cool, and seeing all the pieces at different level like that is improving. I think Corey Trice might have a breakout potential. I know him, Calvin Austin are some guys, Herbig as well, guys who have breakout potential who I think have and JPJ of course as well too, have potential to be something special because of the stuff that's around them. Like you have Patrick Peterson in your own cornerbacks room. You have TJ Watt you know, in the linebacker room like that, and being there with you and stuff, TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, those guys right there, especially TJ Watt being Defensive Player of the Year, a multiple time, I think a 4-time first team All Pro, and one of the best like that, and about to break the Steelers sack record too, most likely this year if he stay healthy and stuff. So you got that guy in that room, you can learn things from him. You got Patrick Peterson, a future Hall of Famer, you can learn from him as well. So like they got it kind of easier because they can learn from those guys and just like take in all the information, be a sponge and stuff, and then just go out there and just, you know, ball out with the experience that they got from the guys and stuff, the knowledge they got, and just put it to the field and stuff. Of course, you still gotta go out there and play and get reps and stuff, because you know sometimes you see a guy with a lot of talent, but you know be like, oh, he haven't played yet like that. We see the talent there in practice and stuff, but once you get in the game, I feel like once you get in the game and you start playing, you start getting some experience under your belt. Why you see some of these guys emerge, because once they got the experience of the NFL level, the NFL speed, they're like, oh, I can match this speed too. Like Michael Parsons, his rookie year, you're like, I can match this speed too. I can play this level too. And he went out there, and you seen him by like week 2 and 3 making noise and noise and noise and start playing better and playing pretty good football and stuff. So I think some of these guys are gonna be like that, and they're gonna emerge very well. Another thing too, in the cornerback room, I know they had that question that was circulating. They said, will JPJ be the cornerback too, or will they roll Levi Wallace? Levi Wallace did have some good plays last year, made some big time plays, being the second corner and stuff. But I think they probably rotate between the two like that. Levi Wallace being there, being the veteran presence, and then JPJ be behind him, learning things from him, learning things from, of course, Patrick Peterson. But I think eventually JPJ will get the reins, you know, to it. I know Dan Moore. Not Dan Moore. Kevin Dotson think his starting job is gone like that. He said it's out of his control or something like that. But I don't know. I didn't read the article fully like that. I remember seeing that. I was last week I was scrolling through. I was like, he says out of his control. I'm like, you know, the training camp. You still a lot of days left. Yeah, I think it's 100 days until the Steelers play their first game like that. So yeah, a lot of days left. So it's not over yet. You can just go out there and keep fighting, keep competing, and every opportunity you get, just keep going for it and stuff like that. Of course, the other guys that our player position are some guys who are pretty good too, so it's not going to be easy and stuff like that. But just like how Broderick Jones got to work for his position, even though he got drafted first, we kind of know that he's going to probably be the, you know, he's going to be the starter. But you still don't want to put that in their head like anything is given. That's why the Steelers are such a good organization. The 49ers are a good organization. Who else? The Packers and all these other organizations around the league who has that. They're like, okay, we drafted this guy early on, but we're not gonna like just say, oh, we're gonna give him everything he wants and just kind of like get that like special treatment. No, you're gonna have to earn this spot. Even though we know in the back of our head that we drafted him for a reason to take the spot, but you got to earn this spot. We don't want anybody to come in the team feeling entitled. Everything is earned. Nothing is deserved in Pittsburgh. Everything you get, you have to earn it, and that's what creates like winning formula and winning culture in an organization. But that's all I got for today's video, guys. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of today, OTAs like that. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.